Hi, classroom. Okay, we have a lot of communication happening today. Um, we have elements, air and earth, which is like when you hear that aspect, you should just know you're going to be receiving a lot, and it's based off the air aspect. Um, Compliments of Mars. And we up here in this energy, and it's intriguing because I felt this before I even decided to pull out the cards. Occult energy. It's the eternal side. And Gemini is out in Taurus, which is complements of the air aspect and the earth aspect. This energy is definitely for the ones that are aware of a connection, a spiritual connection that's within you, that's connected to the eternal side. You're going to be the ones that's receiving a lot of information. And if you're not, on the other aspect, Spirit is trying to bring your level of awareness to a portal. We got the ninth house out, and we got the second house out. And I put those two together because Spirit was saying they'll go together, and it's 11. It's a portal that will get you to understand this connection. Then you got the law of compensation out. There's things that's returning. But this energy seems like it could be a pregnancy energy, or it's one of your children that you have to pay attention to in that aspect. Because it comes in a Gemini form, where there's two faces, there's two different energies. It made me think of a word I just used, and it was Jonas. It was one of the 12 disciples. It's one of those energies. It's like, if you name your kid after you, you might have two kids with the same name as you, or maybe you name one of your kids after you. That one is the one to pay attention to, if that makes sense. They're trying to translate something to you. There's some type of awareness level that's there, that's coming through. It's not clear all the way to me. It's coming in that energy. It's intriguing. Then the law of perpetual came out again. It's all energy based. That's why it's coming through the air, but it's displaying within yourself, if that's making sense. That's why the day is definitely going to be either an emotional day or an exciting day. I would say anxious, but it's either or for sure. For some people, it's happy to receive information. Some it's overwhelming. Depends on what level you are at. Because if you're not even aware of this portal, you new to the portal, it's going to be overwhelming. Because you're going to receive a lot of information. It's like, where is this coming from? That's where you really have to trust yourself aspect. Because you may think it's irrelevant, or why am I thinking this? The spirit giving you information that's usually heads up. And that's pretty much it, I believe. Oh, I didn't explain that part, did I? When these energies are separate, the ninth house and the second house. Once again, this 9 could be months, or it's actually a time. It depends on, it's hard when I'm not just translating for one person. It's like, it's either the time or the month. Which for me is intriguing, because when I started pulling these cards, it was 9 o'clock. So for me, that's significant. Or for the month, my dad's birthday is in September. That could be the same for you. I'm not sure, but those two are important. Second house at 2 o'clock, February. Those aspects are important when it comes to this energy returning. Only you know how to connect the dots in those aspects. Maybe they left out, they died in that time. Pardon me, but literally, I'm not sure that's just what energy is. Those are aspects to pay attention to. 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock, February, September. for things returning. This compensation is important when it comes to those aspects. And it's an energy aspect. It's coming back in the energy form. So you may be reading books, watching movies, talking to people, creating something. It's that type of energy today for sure. Because it's because of the eternal side.